It's very pure. Pratyakshavagavam dharmyam susukam kartamavyam. And it's very easy to perform because Krishna consciousness is very joyfully performed. Okay. So, and it is the topmost of all education and topmost of all secrets because it reveals about Krishna and devotional service. So, 9th chapter is very important because this chapter deals with pure devotional service. And the best process, what is the best process to do the devotional service? Yes.
Chanting, Mother.
Chanting Shravanam. Shravanam, yes. So Shravanam, Kirtanam, yes. First hear and then you chant. First hearing, then chanting comes. So, so there is some technical issue with the OBA open book assessment. So I'll be posting a new link in the group. So please repost whatever answer papers you had uploaded. Okay, so repost it. So I will post the link in the group. Okay. Okay, so I think we stopped here. That is the 9th chapter. The Krishna gives the analogy to explain the Yoga Maishwaram. Krishna says how Krishna maintains and still remain unaffected. Okay, so the analogy of the sky and the wind is mentioning. Yada kashastido nityam vayu sarvatra gomahan tata sarvani bhutani matstanyati upadaraya. So understand that as a mighty wind blowing everywhere rest, always in the sky, all created beings rest in me. So everything is resting in Krishna, everything is created by Krishna, but still Krishna is aloof from everything. Okay, and sky is the biggest manifestation to conceive. And in that sky, wind is the biggest to conceive. So wind is great and influenced by all the movements. But the wind is never beyond the sky and is always subordinate to the sky. So we are always subordinate to Krishna and Krishna is the supreme. So here, all the wonderful cosmic manifestations, everything is compared to the wind. And Krishna is like the sky. The Lord is compared to the sky. Sky is it's unlimited. You can't measure. So similarly, the Lord is aloof and unaffected. And Prabhupada also says that's the Lord's supreme will, his ultimate controller. Okay, over wonderful material manifestation. And it is also said it's out of fear of the Lord that the sun rises, the wind blows. So it's by the supreme will, everything happens. Okay, in Brahma Samhita also says, Yachakshuresha Savita Sagala Grahanam. I think we stopped here. Raja Samasta Suramurti Rashesha Teja Yasyatnyaya Brahmadi Samvrata Kala Chakro Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So what is it saying? That the Krishna's eyes, that is the sun and the moon. Okay. And although that Supreme Lord has that immense potency to diffuse heat and light. Yes, everything is moving under Krishna's order. So Krishna is the creator, he is the maintainer, and he is destroyer. Okay, so does anyone know how the spider creates the web? The spider. You've seen the spider creating that cobweb. What is it actually? How does that spider creates the cobweb? Like, what is it actually?
Saliva, madam.
The saliva, right? So the spider with its saliva creates the web, maintains the cobweb, and it is said sometimes that the spider takes the cobweb back in its mouth. So it creates, it maintains, and destroys. Similarly, the Lord creates the material world, maintains it, and he destroys it himself. Okay, so that is one example given. So creation and destruction of the material world. Sarva Bhudani Kaunteya Prakritim Yanti Mamaikam Kalpakshaye Punastani Kalpadau Vishrajamyaham. O son of Kunti, at the end of the millennium, all material manifestations enter into my nature. At the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. So everything, that is called dissolution. There is something called when the pralaya comes. When will this world end? After how many years? What is the duration?
4,27,000.
Very good. 4,27,000. So total duration of Kali Yuga is 4,32,000. In that 5,000 is already over. 5,000 plus. So 4,27,000. After that 4,27,000 years, this Kali Yuga will end. So that means the dissolution, pralaya. And so there are two types. complete dissolution and partial dissolution. Complete means all the material universes will go under the Garbhoda ocean. But partial dissolution means the above 3 lokas, Janaloka, Maharloka, and Brahmaloka, they will stay. Rest will get dissoluted. So Krishna, after explaining his role in maintenance, explained his relationship with creation and destruction. Krishna says under his will, the Supreme Lord automatically creates and annihilates again and again. Bhuta Bhuta Praliyati. Prakritim Swam Avasthapya Vishrajami Punah Punah Bhuta Gramam Imam Krishnam Avasham Prakritir Vasat. The whole cosmic order is under me and under my will. It's automatically manifested again and again. And under my will, it is annihilated at the end. So that means Krishna will create and Krishna only will annihilate it. So it is said at the time of Brahma's death, that is that Yuga gets over. This time all the energy is wound up in the Lord himself. The Lord expands himself in the material energy and he creates it and dissolutes it. Okay. So there is a gradual evolution of species from one being to another. So all species are created by the Lord. Krishna says, Aham Bija Pratapita. Everything is created by the Lord. Immediately it's getting created, and along with the universe, the beginning of the creation, and the creation happens, and based on the desires and past deeds of living entities, they're giving different bodies. So based on that, because based on the karma, based on their desire, they get different bodies. So if Krishna is as Parameshwara, is aloof, then how does the material world continue? It says by the supreme will. So Krishna appears by his supreme will, by his own will. An example given is player and the plaything. Okay, the player has the bat with him. Now he can use the bat however he wants. He can put a 4 with the bat, or hit a 6, or whatever. Take 1 run, 2 rounds. He can do anything with that plaything. So that is according to his will. We can't say, oh, you have to bat like this, you have to bat like this. No, he can decide. So similarly, Krishna can play with our karma. It's not like the law of karma is that, yes, I do one karma and then I get a reaction. But Krishna can nullify your reaction. He can destroy the reaction. He can take away. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishami ma shrita, Krishna says. He says, takes especially for the devotees. So that's Krishna's supreme will, Prabhupada says. It's a sweet will. Nobody, even Yamaraj, cannot interfere. Any example where the Yamadutas came to take somebody and then Krishna stopped?
Ajamila.
Ajamila. So Ajamila's case, we can see he was so sinful, that he was living with a prostitute and so sinful. And the Vishnudutas could not take Ajamila's soul to the hellish planet, the Yamadutas. And the Vishnudutas came and stopped. And then the Yamadutas went and asked Yamaraj, is there somebody above you? Yes, Yamaraj is one of the Mahajan, but above Yamaraj is who? Krishna, the Supreme Lord. So Yamaraj is also an order carrier or devotee of the Lord. So the Yamadutas got shocked because they thought Yamaraj is IAS. No, above him is Krishna. So Krishna can decide whether Rake Krishna Mare Krishna Rake. Krishna can decide whether to kill somebody or save somebody. He is the supreme authority. He has that supreme will. So similarly, it is said, everything is under the supreme will of the Lord. And he enters as 3 Vishnus into the Mahat Tattva to create. And he does not himself create or destroy, but the material nature acts by Krishna's desire. Okay, the material nature acts by Krishna's desire. And it's automatically manifested. Okay. So there is no direct involvement of the Lord. He acts through material nature. The creation takes place to accommodate inclinations or desires of various living entities. So it's Krishna's supreme will. So we can't question Krishna because whatever Krishna does, all the reactions and actions, everything is for good. We can't question the Supreme Lord. Nachamam tani karmani nibadnadi dhananjaya udasina vadasinam asaktam teshu karmasu. Oh Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities, seated as though neutral. So what is the examples that Krishna, any example to say that the detachment, to show the example of detachment, any analogy? Anyone remember? Example to show detachment.
Lotus flower, Mataji.
Lotus. Patma patram imabasha. Lotus leaf. So you've seen the lotus is always in the water and there'll be a lot of water droplets on the leaf. But when immediately you take the leaf outside the water, it's all dry. There's no droplet. So that is one thing. Patma Patrame Vamasha. There's one more example of a dry coconut. You take a dry coconut and you shake it, you can hear that hard sound. There's no water inside. So when you break off the shell, coconut just comes as it is. You don't have to grate it out. It's so dry. So even though within the shell, the coconut is not attached to the shell. So similarly, if your devotees are like that, even though within the material body, they're not attached to the material body. The Lord is, even though doing the creation and everything, he's not attached to anything. Krishna is always neutral. In this same chapter later on, in I think 29th verse, he'll say, Samoham sarva bhuteshu name kveshena sthina priya ye bhajanti mam bhaktya mayute teshu chapyaham. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name kveshena sthina priya. Krishna says, everybody is equal to me. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. I'm equal to everyone. I'm not partial to anyone. I'm neutral. And name dveshena sthina priya. There's no enemy for me. There's no friend for me. But then Krishna gives a condition. Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya. Bhajan. If somebody is a devotee of me, then Krishna gives special attention. Isn't that partiality of Krishna? That Krishna takes special care of his devotees. Isn't that partiality? Then how can you say Krishna is impartial? He's neutral. He's aloof. But he's attached to his devotees. Why Krishna became a chariot driver for Arjuna? Because he's his devotee. Bhaktosi Sakachi. But isn't that partiality? No?
It's reciprocation, Mataji.
Very good. It's reciprocation. It's natural. See, there is your child went in a school bus and the school bus met with an accident. And you heard the news and all the kids are shifted to the hospital. You go running. Whom do you first search for? Your own child, no? Will you search for your neighbors or friends' child first? No. Because it's natural. Prabhupada says it's natural. The love for the parents to the child is natural. You can't say it's partiality, or the mother or the father will love how much of a children they have, they give equal love to all of them. It's natural than a child of their brother, sister, or a neighbor. That's natural. You can't blame the parents for loving their children so much. Yes, over-attachment is not good, but still, that's natural. So Prabhupada says the devotees are the children of the Lord, because they always call out the Lord, chant Hare Krishna, do devotional service, try to remember the Lord, unlike the non-devotees. So Krishna naturally, as Prabhu said, it's a reciprocation. Krishna reciprocates the same way, that's it. Shishupal wanted to kill Krishna, Krishna killed Shishupal. But Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya saw Krishna as the son, Krishna also reciprocated as a son. So that's nothing wrong in it. That's natural. Okay. So Krishna is neutral. Although the Lord creates and annihilates, but the work will not bind him. And it implies that Lord is not directly responsible for all good and evil done in this world. And Krishna is neutral. The Lord is always neutral in the material activities in the created world. Material activities is carried out in his different potencies. Still, he has control over minute things. A high court judge, yes, an example is a high court judge. He will get a lot of decisions, right? He can hang somebody. Does that mean he's responsible for that karma? No. He's neutral. He's doing the duty of his duty. He's unaffected with gain or loss. So Prabhupada says that the Lord is transcendent to all material qualities. Okay. So based on the past deeds and desires, the living entities are given different body. And yes. So Krishna is the supreme director of the Prakriti, or the material nature. Krishna is the one who is actually controlling the material nature. Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sacharachara hetunanena kauteya jagat viparivartate. Maya adhyakshena prakriti. Maya means under his control, the material nature works. This material nature, which is one of Krishna's energy. Maya means mind. So Krishna's is working under Krishna's direction. O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. So, according to Krishna's decision or will, the material nature works. Okay, so because material nature is his servant. So, this material nature is called as what? This Prakriti is called which Shakti of the Lord?
External energy.
Exterior energy or
Bahiranga Shakti.
exterior energy is also called as what Maya?
Mahamaya.
Mahamaya.
Yes, good. So Mahamaya. Okay. Yesterday I was listening to one senior Vaishnava. He was saying Radharani's name is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. I'm like, what? Because we never heard about Radharani in Bhagavad Gita. And he says, yes, there is a verse says, Maya Dikshena Prakriti Suyate Suchara or not that. Mahatmana Sumampata Devim Prakriti Mashritam. So it says Mahatmana Sumampata Devim Prakriti Mashritam. Mahatmas or pure devotees are under Krishna's Devim Prakriti Mashritam, under Krishna's Yoga Maya. Okay, Devim Prakriti. So what is the Devim Prakriti actually? It is Radharani. This Yoga Maya is nothing but the internal potency of the Lord, the Hladini Shakti. Okay, he's none other than Radharani. So pure devotees are under Radharani's protection. So, but then Radharani's name is hidden in Bhagavad Gita. It cannot be understood by everybody, but still, I just remembered. Okay, so here this is Mahamaya. Okay, Prakriti or material nature is pure Mahamaya. It's Durga Devi. Okay, and you've seen Durga Devi's picture. She has this chula, no? What is it that three things indicate?
Three modes of
Three
material.
modes of material nature.
No.
Adi Daivika, Adi.
With that, she pricks us. She
The
pricks.
three kleshas.
Yes. Yeah. Who said that? The three kleshas. Good. Adi Baudik, Adi Daivik, and Adhyatmik. Okay, the miseries. There is Adi Daivik, that is all the tsunamis and flood and earthquakes, all that. Then Adi Baudik, all the living entities attacking us. And Adhyatmik, Adi Daivik, and Adi Baudik. Yes, Adhyatmik, the problems coming from our body, mind. So these three kleshas are always hitting us. Okay, either you have your fever, you have sick. Or if it's not that, there is excess rain, excess heat, excess cold, whatever nature problem. Or else at least a mosquito or a rat is enough in your house to give you klesha, misery. So this is Mahamaya pricking you. Okay, so Mahamaya always pricks us with that. But she's testing us so that we become sincere to go back to Krishna. She is an agent of Krishna. Her duty is to do that. I mean, so... But then she is also under Krishna's, she is one of Krishna's energy. So if we surrender to Krishna, then Maya will not touch you. So Lord is neutral and aloof, and he simply sanctions the material energy. Management is done by material nature on his behalf, and the Lord is detached. So Lord is the father, material nature is the mother. Sarva yonishu kaundeya, murtaya sambhavantiya, dasha brahma mahatyunit, aham bija pratapita. So, Aham Bija Pratapita, Krishna is the seed-giving father. And Sarva Yonishu Kaundeya, Krishna, all species of life is made possible by Krishna. Okay. Okay, so this example, this analogy is very important. Flower and the fragrance. Okay, this is one of the Bhakti Shastri questions. So, fragrance of the flower touched by a smelling power of a person. Yet the smelling and the flower is detached. Similar connection is there between the material world and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even though the smell of the flower and the flower looks together, but it is detached. Yet the smell and the flower is detached. Okay. So, similarly, the material world and the Lord looks together, but the Lord is actually detached from the material world. Okay. So we have a quick breakout room. Explain in your own words Krishna's relationship with the material world, with reference to the Sanskrit term, Prabhupada's purpose and analogy. Did we discuss this? I think we discussed this, no? Last time? 4 to 10. No. Did we? No.
No,
Krishna's
Mataji.
relationship with the material world. Okay, so this will be a breakout room question now. As I say, Ekadashi, many will be tired, so we'll have a short breakout room, not big. Okay. So you can, in your own words, you can say Krishna's relationship with this material world. You have to quote the Sanskrit phrase, the term, okay? And go through
Krishna.
4 to 10.
Mataji, we did this last time, Mataji.
That's what I said. Like, I
We
remember
did this
we
last
doing
time
this.
because Avyakta Murtinaha, we have that is unmanifested form of that material world.
Ah,
We did this,
I remember
Mataji,
giving
last
this
time.
breakout room.
Yeah,
Okay. So we'll continue then. 11 to 25. See, 11 to 25. So after hearing the Lord, how he did, he's saying that the supreme object of worship in terms of material creation Now, why then do some people not respect Krishna? Different people appreciate Krishna in different ways. So let's see that how people are respecting Krishna. In what ways Krishna, the Lord, is being respected. Avajanandi mamu dhamanishim paramashritam param bhavamajananta mama bhuta maheshwaram. Fools deride Krishna when Krishna descended in the human form. They do not know Krishna in his transcendental nature as the supreme Lord of all that. Any example of that fool? Who's that fool who thought that Krishna is just an ordinary person when he came?
Dhritarashtra Mataji.
Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra thought Krishna is just ordinary.
Duryodhana.
Who else? Duryodhana. Yes, Duryodhana also. Krishna showed the universal form to Duryodhana, but still Duryodhana could not understand that is Krishna. Then
Kamsa was
Kamsa thought he's just an ordinary boy and told Putana and everyone to kill. But later on he understood. But still, he was also fooled. Then
Shishupala.
Shishupal. Shishupal also thought Krishna is just an ordinary person. And that's why he had to get killed with the Shakti.
Brahma also, Mataji.
Brahma, yes. Brahma thought, who's this ordinary boy? Is it eating with his friends and sharing the lunch? So yes. One more person. When he said Brahma, Indra, the Govardhan Puja, we know, right? He also thought that, oh, just a small boy doing some magic tricks. Okay. And there were some intelligent people also thinking Krishna is an ordinary, that is Krishna's boyfriends, the Gopas. They're like, Tumi kon bodolok, Tumi omishom. The friends used to say, do you think Krishna, you lifted the Govardhan hill? It's not you. Vishnu actually helped because your parents are Vishnu's worshippers. You are just like a boy with us. That is because of over love. It's not because they are Asurika, demonic. That's another bhav. Okay, that is Sakyaras. And also Yashoda Maya thought, like, if I don't feed my son, my son will die. So that is again Valsalyaras. So that is, they are not fools. They are not seeing Krishna as ordinary in that platform. They, because of over love, over attachment, they think Krishna is so dependent on them. That's because of over devotion, but not like these fools. So it is said, Avajanandi Mamuda. Why do they deride Krishna? Because of Avajanandi. They don't know, they are in ignorance. So they're fools, they don't know Krishna's transcendental nature. So they think, oh, he appearing as an ordinary body. So that's why this Rasa Leela of the Lord marrying 16,108 wives, they're not able to understand. The common people, they say Krishna in that platform, their platform, because they think Krishna is just an ordinary person, but he is not. Krishna is the source of three Purusha avatar who creates and maintains this material world. One who conducts such inconceivable acts of creation cannot be a common man. How Krishna cannot be a common man, right? How he maintains this material world, how he do creation. And some says Krishna's form is normal, but no, he is Sachidananda Vigraha. He's not a common person. So if we say Krishna's form is Sachidananda Vigraha, then why did Krishna's hand get cut and bleeding happen? No, when he was cleaning a sword and Draupadi gave the piece of the sari and tied.
His Leela Mataji, he's performing pastimes.
Yes, Mataji?
His Leela Mataji, he's performing pastimes. That is why.
Okay. Performing pastime. Okay.
For foolish people, he covers himself with Maya. He doesn't allow him to realize that it is a transcendental body.
Okay. Yes, so actually this is a pastime. And Krishna don't want Draupadi and everyone to know he's a supreme personality Godhead. Then what happens? That bhava rasa will get changed. Like for example, Nityananda Prabhu's head was bleeding when Jagai Madai hit him. Right? So why? So that it's just a pastime to bring Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the scene. Nityananda Prabhu is also Sachidananda Vigraha. He is none other than Balram, Balram Hoile Nitai. So that's just the pastime purpose. And yes, they are transcendental, Sachidananda Vigraha, and Yoga Maya will cover them. So the fools will deride when Krishna comes in ordinary person form. And Krishna, the Supreme Personality God, although appearing ordinary, but he's not a common man. Okay? He's the source of all the three Purushas, and he is Govindam Adi Purusham Tamahamcha. The soul surrenders unto Krishna, can get out of material energy. Then how can Lord, who conducts creation, cannot maintain the material energy and have a material body like us? Right? Krishna says, Devi Hesha Gunamai, Mama Maya Duritaya, Mamevaye Prabattande Maya Idam Tarante. Avajanandi Mamoda, Marishim Tanamashita, Param Bhava Majananda, Mamaputa Maheshwara. Okay, so this is how the fools deride the Lord, and because of that, they think Krishna is just an ordinary person. So Prabhupada says, great scholars who may be born as extraordinary men due to good karma deride him because of poor fund of knowledge. They are called Mudas. Okay, they are called as Maya Abhruta Jnana. They have knowledge, but it's been taken up. So confidential activities of the Supreme Lord is different energies. They don't know about that. They don't know the eternal body of the Lord is Sachidananda Vigraha. And so that's what, when it is Sachidananda Vigraha, there is no lust there, there is no karma there. But it says, even though Krishna has 16,108 wives, even though Krishna has 9 daughters and 9 sons and 1 daughter in every wife, still he remains a brahmachari because Krishna can create just with his eyes. No, he can creation, can do no. So he's a supreme proprietor. He can award liberation to anyone. Mukti pradatam sarvesham Vishnu revana samshya. Mukti can be given only by the Lord Krishna. Even Lord Shiva cannot give. Okay, so and Krishna will control the infinite, biggest and finite, smallest one. And still Krishna is endless. So pure devotees who know Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead accepts Krishna's yoga Aishwaryam easily. Result of this knowledge is complete surrender in devotional service. We should surrender. So fools deride when Krishna comes as an ordinary person. And okay. And also we know that Krishna's transcendental form. Krishna appeared as a four-armed form, then he came in the two-armed form, right? In front of Vasudeva and Devaki. And also the universal form, we know how it became four-armed and then came to one form. So this proves Krishna's form was not material. It is Sachidananda Vigraha. So, and also, Krishna is supreme and he's present in every living entity. And also, Krishna is present as Paramatma in everyone's heart, right? So, he's not even, not only in the deity, but he's also in everyone's heart. So, that is devotee's vision, Pandita Samadarshana. Krishna is present in everyone's heart as Paramatma. Therefore, everyone is embodiment or temple of the Lord. So, everyone should be given proper respect. That's why we obeisance, especially the devotees, because they have Krishna in their heart. Personals and impersonals. Impersonals, what does the Mayavadi say about Krishna's form? What does the Mayavadi say about Krishna's form? Does anyone know? Yes?
Is it Nirakara Mataji?
Nirakar means?
Without form. Brahmajyoti.
Hmm.
They say that Krishna's form is is also a product of Maya. Just
Maya.
like
Yes, so they say that Krishna's form is covered by Maya or Maya covers, or they also say he doesn't have a form in persons, no? Brahman. They say Krishna doesn't have a form, the Lord doesn't have a form. And they also say, even though he comes in the material world, he comes in a material body. They say Krishna's body is also made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether, like us. But no, that's why they say about Krishna's disappearance, Krishna's getting killed or died or cursed or whatever, in material sense. That can never happen because he is Sachidananda. If God is everywhere, then why not in the temple or the deity, right? So a perfect devotee in Krishna consciousness know that although Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead, he is all pervading with this energy and planetary expansion. Okay, so we'll discuss a little bit on the Mayavada philosophy. My 5 minutes breakout room. List few points defeating Mayavada philosophy. Go through 9.11. Prabhupada has given a big purport. You won't have time to read all that, but at least scan through the purport and then understand what are the points. How can you defeat Mayavadis? Like this is the Mayavadi concept, right? Mayavadis say that Krishna doesn't have a form. Mayavadis say that he is Nirakar and Nirguna. That means doesn't have a form, doesn't have any qualities. And also they say even if Krishna comes in the material world, he comes in a material body. Now, how do you defeat it? You can either quote from Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, or you just tell me why do you think that Krishna has a form and you defeat Mayavadis. 5 minutes breakout room, we come back.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
By mistake, I pressed not now. So I have to join now.
Yeah, 1 second. Hare Krishna. His Mataji, you can post the attendance link. So who likes to speak from room number 1? Jyoti Mataji, Nandita Mataji, Padmashri Mataji, Shravani Mataji, Tapas Prabhu,
Hare,
Jai.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, we discussed some of the points, and one is Krishna has Sachidananda Vigraha Rupa, unlike ordinary person. It is reference is Gopala Tapani Upanishad 1.35 Mataji, and he can perform various he cannot perform like material person does not perform like he cannot show like Vishwarupa and Virat Rupa and all these things, Mataji. Even like Rasalila also, every gopi has one Krishna when playing like Rasalila with them. And ordinary person cannot create or annihilation and cosmic manifestation, Mataji. And like there is one Srimad Bhagavatam 10.3.46. He and Balarama is just played like ordinary child, and various like they, even though they killed so many demons and performed various types of leelas. And Krishna takes incarnations, Mataji, like ordinary person will not have that capability. And one more thing is Bhagavatam 1.1.20. Lord Krishna and Balarama played ordinary child. And Bhagavan, like Krishna is a Bhagavan. He got all opulences. Ordinary person will not have these opulences. Krishna remembers all living entities' previous births. Ordinary person will not have this quality, attribute. And Mayavadis, they deny this deity or temple worship method, Archa Vigraha. But Krishna reciprocates with devotees. Like example, we have Chokamela. So he reciprocates if we perform Archa Vigraha also. He is not ordinary person like Mataji. These are the points, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Can I add
Krishna.
one more, Mataji?
Yes.
Mayavadis say that Brahman is the supreme, and clearly Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, the Brahmano hi pratishtaham. I am the support of Brahman. So very clearly, Krishna is above Brahman.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. From room number 2. Shichit Prabhu, Naveen Prabhu, Sharanya Mataji, Shreyas.
Hare
Krishna.
Mataji, like from the 9.11, we can defend Mayavadi philosophy because Mayavadi philosophy they tell Krishna is present everywhere, but is not present in the Archa Vigraha. So because they believe in that Krishna, like Supreme Lord, is light. But we can defend that by saying if Krishna is present everywhere, he is all pervasive. He is present even in the Archa Vigraha form also. And also, Mayavadi philosophies in the Mayavadi philosophy, they believe that when Krishna is expanding his forms, then Krishna will lose his energy potency. But when Krishna will expand, he will not lose his power. It is like 1 + 1 is 1, and 1 - 1 is also 1. This point, Mataji. That's it, Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna. So that 1 + 1 example that is given in Ishopanishad also invocation. Purnamada Purnamida Purnat Purnamadachade Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishish. Like in the material world, yes, 1 - 1 is 0, but Krishna 1 - 1 is again 1, because whatever Krishna creates is also complete. Even after creation, Krishna still remains complete. So, okay. Room number 3, Aditi Mataji, Balaji Prabhu, Sandhya Mataji, Sarojini Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So, Mataji, this all the verses before 9.11 itself, they actually make it very clear that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. And so we actually take the authority of scriptures first. So in Bhagavad Gita, in so many shlokas, it is made, it is clear, Krishna himself declares, Aham Sarvasva Prabhu, and all those other these things. Then our in Brahma Samhita, it is there, Ishvara Parama Krishna. So it is like there may be many Ishwaras or controllers, but Krishna is the supreme controller. And then when Mayavadi says that he is ordinary person, an ordinary person would not be able to do so many wonderful acts which Krishna did, like today, to list something. When he was just born of few days, he had killed Putana, then so many demons, Agasur, Bakasur, and then the subduing of Kaliya, the lifting of Govardhana, and then later the creation of the Dwarka city, his marriage, 16,108. And when he had married, he had manifested into that 16,100 forms, and he married all of them simultaneously. And similarly, in his rasa dance, he was there with each gopi. And then even later, Arjuna asks him to show, after the Vishwarupa, to also show it to the general people. He asked him to show his four-handed form. And then he said, then he again assumed his original human-like form. Yeah. So it is actually, we have also read that it is not that he takes a human form, that is his natural form, and he created humans in his form. Yeah. So that is also one point. And then, like, it is also said that Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, along with Rama, masked his this thing, and he performed many superhuman acts. And the main point which he himself says, that the material energy is under his direction. Maya Dakshena Kriti. So if he is the master of material energy, how can he come under its Maya? That is one point. And then we also saw that Mayavadis take reference and of one of the Bhagavatam shloka 3.29.21, where he says that I am there in all of aham sarva bhuteshu bhuta vashti sada. The Supreme Personality is present in every living entity. So they say that every living entity is God, but then it is explained by our Guru Swamis that it is only his plenary expansion as Paramatma is there in all the atoms, living entities and all. And it is that verse is important in the sense because it is for those people who only give importance and respect to the deities in temple, but they ignore and disregard the other humans. So it is important in that sense, that because Krishna as Paramatma is there in all of us, so we should respect and see that aspect. And the last one, that he is all pervading, as confirmed by Brahma Samhita. Although his personal abode is Goloka, he is always staying there, and his different manifestations of energy and his plenary expansions, he is present everywhere. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. Anyone else like to add? Okay, nice. You quoted from Bhagavatam. It's always nice. Okay, so we'll stop here. We'll Continue with 9.12 next class. We had a home program, so I'm a little over-exhausted today. Tomorrow, next week, we'll take more. Might be 1.5 hours. Okay. So any doubts? Anything to add?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I have a question, Mataji. Shall I ask Mataji?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Panchang Prana. Mataji, actually, Krishna means in Bhagavad Gita, it is told like Maya objection of Prakriti, right? Means even this Prakriti is under the control of Krishna. So, but for this Prakriti, this material world, Durga Devi is the chief, right, Mataji? And again, means Srushti Sthiti Pralaya is under the control of Durga Devi alone, or again under the control of Durga Devi, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara will do this Srushti Sthiti Pralaya, Mataji?
Not Durga Devi. Durga Devi is just for creation, helping. It's actually the Purusha avatars, no? And also the Guna avatars. Sorry, Guna avatars. That is Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. They are the one actually in charge of creation, maintenance, and destruction in this material body. Durga Devi is just giving the material body. She is also an agent, but real creation happens because of Brahma, because Brahma is the secondary creator. And the responsibility, who gave Brahma the strength to create, that is Krishna again, right? Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikave. So Krishna is the one who actually gave this knowledge of creation to Brahma. Without Krishna's power, Brahma cannot do creation. Okay, but he's just in charge. He's just the secondary creator. Primary creator is Krishna. And maintenance is done by Vishnu. As Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Karadakshaya Vishnu, we know how they maintain the universe. Then destruction is by Lord Shiva, who's again a Gunavatar of the Lord, right? He is in charge of Tamoguna. So in that way, yes, it's the Gunavatar who's actually responsible, Mataji, but they are also the agents. They are not actually responsible. Actually, it's because of Krishna. Krishna only creates and maintains and annihilates. Durga Devi, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, they're all agents. So here you should not get confused because Vishnu is just an expansion of Krishna, right? That we know. We should not say Krishna and Vishnu is in the same platform, right? You understood? Goloka chart.
Yes. Yes, Mataji. Actually, in Brahma Samhita, it comes like Srushti Sthiti Pralaya Kailishu Durga. Like that, it will come right, Mataji. So that's why. So that
she is just an agent, but Durga Devi is an agent of the Lord. She also helps for creation because Krishna decides which body we need, right? But it's the Durga Devi who gives us the body. So in that way, yes, she's a part of creation. Krishna supplies all the living entities, Ego, Bahunami, Vittadi, Kaman, but it's the Durga Devi who actually gives us. So in that way, creation, maintenance, and destruction, she's also an agent, but she's not completely responsible for that because she's working under Krishna. She cannot independently decide which body we will get next. It's under Krishna's supervision. Maya Dikshena Prakriti, no? Under Krishna's supervision, she works. So she doesn't have independent decision. An analogy given is the scorpions and the rice. You know the example? Rice and the scorpion.
It is told in today's class, right, Mataji?
The scorpion and the rice. So we see the rice piled up and we think that, the different bugs are coming out because of the rice. No, it's actually the mother bug have laid the egg. So similarly, material nature is giving us the body. It doesn't mean she is responsible. It's Krishna who's actually given that bija.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Okay. We'll speed up. Apologies for cancelling so many other classes. So one other thing keep coming Saturdays. So what I'll do next week, I'll compensate and we can have a 2-hour session next week. Little early might be. And try to finish the chapter.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.